I don't know, it's some no-name comedian for some random show on, I think, the MSG network.
Are you almost ready?
Yeah, 1 second.
Okay.
They said that in order to get 2 tickets courtside that I have to do this as like an obligation. But then I think like we're in. Once we're in at the Garden, we'll be in. I just got to get through this random thing with this guy named Stu Moron or something like that.
Sam Morril, but it's close.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't talking about you. This landlord is like it's like a whole thing I'm dealing with right now. This has nothing to do with you. So yeah, we'll just be like a couple more minutes. And I think, let me just get this thing out of the way.
Yeah. We're here on People Talking Sports, joined by actor Skylar Astin. Thank you so much for joining us, man.
It's my pleasure to be here.
Native New Yorker.
Native New Yorker, repping the Knicks ×2 today.
You got to open it up a little bit.
Yeah, well, we got the NBA Jam. I don't know if you can see that, the old retro Starks-Ewing combo.
It's the best.
So
they were the best combo because you have the shooting and the shot blocking.
Yeah,
it was...
people go like Mason and Ewing, or even Oakley and Ewing. It's like two bigs. Who's gonna shoot from way downtown?
And that's also like conservative to the point. Now we're like all about, long ball and everything like that.
Oh no, then it was all about the fundamentals.
Yeah.
The fake shot down to the pass down low, and Ewing, you know what I'm talking about?
Dude, I miss it. I miss the post up.
The post up was a wonderful thing, and Ewing always had the fadeaway.
Yeah, and you like kind of have a bromance with Enes Kanter.
I have a little like texting relationship with Enes Kanter these days.
I love it.
I feel so fortunate. I tweeted something at him, or I tweeted something that he tweeted, and he liked it, which was nice. And then he followed me, and I was like, whoa, he must be someone though that follows like verified accounts. Then I realized he's following like 38 people.
Oh my God.
And I was like, oh my God. So then we texted through Twitter and then exchanged numbers, and now we're basically best friends for life.
It sounds so much like courting a woman.
Yeah, it's very exciting. Well, I'm a married man, so this is like as exciting as it gets in that department.
This is what the chase has become.
This is what it's all about, getting to know like the dudes on the squad.
Oh, he's so like my type. I mean, you grew up with the same teams as me. Like we're talking about that like gritty '90s toughness. That's what Enes kind of represents to me.
He wants to be. The whole team is very unselfish, and they all want to be there. But he just like it's killing him when he's out from these back spasms and things like that. This dude just wants to be there. He loves being at the Garden, and he's just embracing the whole New York basketball.
And he should. I mean, we've long missed this. I mean, we talked about Mason and Oakley. We deserve this. We deserve this unselfish team. I'm really anti-ISO ball. I'm anti-ball stopping. I want movement. It translates offense to defense.
Yeah. Well, what's been great about this part of the season is that we get to see what we have.
Yeah.
Like, I all respect to Melo, and I think he's going to be great on the Thunder. It was really wonderful to watch Porzingis become elite. And now we get to see what's going on, and we're going to be buyers at the trade deadline, not sellers for once, which is going to be so exciting.
You were first on Broadway at 15, is that right?
Yeah, well, yes, I was in Les Mis when I was 15, but then my like official Broadway debut was at 17, the ripe old age of 17 when I did Spring Awakening.
That's crazy that you're doing so well that you don't count Les Mis.
Well, because it was like, because it was like a special finale performance, and technically it was a Broadway credit, but it was so short-lived that it didn't, like Spring Awakening, I like opened and we did the Tonys, and it was like the real run. That was like where it really all happened.
Is that crazy that you have classmates who are just like, oh, we're going to go to like a kegger, and you're like, I got to go do Spring Awakening and then go to a Tony's after party?
Well, what was weird was that I was attached to do it since high school, but then once I graduated, I went to NYU, and in my second semester at NYU, Spring Awakening was actually, there was going to be a full-scale production of it. So I had to leave NYU early and do double duty, and like go to rehearsal and then go to my like tap placements at NYU, and I was literally in 2 places at once for 3 weeks while I was rehearsing Spring Awakening. So it was like the perfect transfer, and it was such a grind, but I'm so glad that it all worked out, and I was able to go on with the show. And also finish my year of college that I never went back for.
So then you're doing you did a few shows that didn't get picked up, like that traditional actors thing, and then you get a big break with Pitch Perfect.
Yes.
And what does that feel like? Did you know it was going to be such a hit?
You know what? Rebel always like thought it was going to be. Like
Is Rebel Wilson?
Rebel Wilson.
Yeah.
She always said from like day one when we were rehearsing, she's like, this is gonna be major. Like, you know, in a sand sky, like this is gonna be like huge. Like there's gonna be 5 movies of this. And now we're on to number 3. So I think it's gonna stay 3, but she knew that it was gonna be a franchise. I thought that it had the potential, but like you can't predict the lightning in the bottle that the first one really was.
Sure.
Yeah.
And you met your wife on the movie?
Yeah. I met my wife there. We were friends for a while, and then like a year into knowing each other, I asked her out on a date. It was like right around Valentine's Day, and we...
Was that giving you some nerves? I mean, if you're friends with someone and...
Well, I think that like there was chemistry there, but everything with her actually was very organic. I think everything happened like the right way, and we got married at the right time, and you know, it's I love her very much. It's very exciting.
So
she's in Australia right now promoting Pitch Perfect 3, so I miss her already.
That's so good that you guys are together. I was dating a comic for a long time, and we just broke up, so I'm trying to dodge her now. So I hope everything stays great for you, is what I'm trying to say.
Well, I won't have to intro her if, God forbid, something goes wrong. I mean,
that's true. Oh my God.
There's an understanding that, you know, someone in your field understands, and sometimes we both. You know, if one of us is talking about something that we know all too well, we'll be like, okay, let's just not talk about, you know, the business. So we keep each other really level-headed.
Yeah, that's important. It's important to have regular people in your life who are not a part of this world. You know, it's I don't know where I'm going with that, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Well, people know my wife is this like actress, Anna Camp, but she's my like family, you know what I mean?
Right.
So she's not just an actress, you know what I mean? That happens to be her occupation too, but yeah, it's interesting that we met that way, but we've grown into something so much more.
Do you like working with her?
It's fun. It's super fun. She's really talented. So, and we're actually very similar kind of actors. So we're both very giving to the scene partners. So we're just kind of always building something.
I feel the energy right now.
Yeah, man, I'm getting excited. Wish she was here. We'd be crushing this. If you think this is like an A- interview, it would be an A+ if she was here.
I mean,
I feel like she is here now, though.
The invitation is out. Anna?
Come back from Australia early.
Yeah, cancel your trip.
Yeah.
And promotion for a regional sports show.
Yeah. Well, this is the holy grail for me, and she's doing her thing.
Yeah, I mean, I love that you're a real fan. I mean, are there other guys in the NBA? Do you watch other teams too, or just the Knicks?
I think it's the most exciting time to like watch the NBA. Every game is crazy because even if the Rockets are playing the Suns, it's like, well, the Rockets are going to win, but like maybe Harden will score 90. You know, like you'll see the highlights, and you're like, I guess I missed. And nowadays with all the social media stuff, you got like SportsCenter and House of Highlights, and just like the actual team, the Knicks Instagram, they just cut that stuff up. And
I love it.
When I'm doing my play and I can't watch it live, I'll just watch what Hardaway did in the third quarter or whatever, and it's very exciting.
That's your sport, hoops.
I'd say so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's something about New Yorkers that love basketball is the sport of New York.
When the Knicks are good, it's like, what is happening?
It's a different city.
It's amazing.
We deserve this.
We really do. We really do.
We do. It's been like 15 years.
It's been a long time.
We've had like 1 year in 15 years that was, and now I think it's starting back up again. I feel like,
and then also think about like how all of those amazing miracle seasons ended. I mean, the LJ shot. Did we win a trophy? No.
It hurts.
We got a banner, like the Eastern Conference banner, but we don't, you know what I mean? We need a championship.
We need a ring. We deserve it. Well, we got more coming up with Skylar right after this break. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, of course.
Great stuff. So good, man.
Thank you.
We're back on People Talking Sports, more with Skylar Astin. We got talent in the house, and I said in the house. I never do that. I'm sorry.
You think you did that?
That was terrible.
I like it. Now we're in the house.
And we got Anthony DeVito, as always.
He never does that with white panelists. Very strange.
Well, we were just talking, I'll tell the story here because I didn't tell it, but last week, by the way, the toilet doesn't flush in that bathroom there. That's how I'll open this. And I hear someone banging the door, and I'm like, I'm in here. I'm in here. And then I said it like 3 times, and I open the door. It's Evander Holyfield outside. And then, and the toilet, as I said, doesn't flush, so I just hear him go, oh. As he walks in, I was like, sorry.
And then he walked down and he goes, "Oh, it was the real deal." That was tougher than fighting Tyson.
The Derrick Rose story is very upsetting. He may not play again. He might be walking away from an $80 million contract with Adidas if he retires. LeBron says he just wants him to be happy, which that's also really upsetting. Yeah. I feel bad for him. I don't know. I mean, we were talking about before. It's
really sad. Well, I was actually watching someone put up a video of just like his highlights, just how he would slash and penetrate, and just he was unstoppable on the Bulls. And it's heartbreaking to see. I mean, we know as Knicks fans that it didn't work out here, and he's just plagued by injury.
Yeah.
So I think it's a pretty unanimous sentiment when LeBron says that we just want him to be happy.
Yeah, that's an exit statement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't want to say anything bad.
Right.
You know, I'm not going to be super happy about it, but I just want him to be happy.
Yeah. You know? That was like a real, like, I don't know, the way LeBron said it. You know when you're like a senior in high school and you're just like, I'm out of here next year anyway. Like, you know, I don't really care. Like, it didn't seem like it held a lot of gravity to it. Yeah, I feel like exactly what he said. It's an exit statement. I think he's done. Because the player, what made Derrick Rose so successful was his athleticism.
Right.
So it's like, and now you take that away, and especially being on the Cavs now, where it's like, you got to be a spot-up shooter around LeBron James to really work. That's why, like, Channing Frye, Kyle Korver, they've been doing better than they were in the beginning of the season because those guys are playing more. So, like, he doesn't fit into their offensive scheme.
Yeah, I mean, there's never been an arc, it seems like this in a career where, I mean, think about what he overcame. I mean, he came to the inner city of Chicago. He was the first overall pick. He's like a god in Chicago. He was a great college player. He was a great rookie. He had this MVP run. And now to where he is, it's like, it's upsetting.
Yeah, it's the story of Sam Morril.
Winter is approaching. Which athlete would you most like to snuggle with?
Venus Williams?
Yes, that'd be a good snuggle because she could spoon you.
Definitely Dwayne Wade and his wife, his lovely wife, Gabrielle Union.
Yes, a nice.
I'd like to cuddle right in between them.
Jaromir Jagr.
Jaromir Jagr, he's a good snuggler. He's been around a while. He's got a nice mullet.
Lindsey Vonn.
Ooh, Lindsey Vonn. Hopefully your lady didn't hear that.
Not Ronda Rousey.
Anyone.
Anyone? Yowzer. All right, boy. We'll put your phone number at the bottom of the screen.
Someone just say not Ronda Rousey?
Yeah.
You can't just say not. That's like it's like the whole league.
Yeah. You can't just take that opportunity to take somebody else down. I'll tell you who, not her, that's for sure. So weird.
2 losses on your record? You ain't spooning with me.
I like that. Yeah, he's a real...
Celebrity crushes? Anyone? You are married to a celebrity.
Yeah, I'm good on my crush.
How about you guys?
My same crush.
Manute Bol might have been 50 when he played in the NBA. I had no idea that Manute Bol was every woman on Bumble. That's insane. That's also insane that this was a time when I guess with your immigration process, they just took your word for your birthday. Things have changed.
They needed a date of birth on the paperwork.
Right.
And so the agent that brought him over there, that's the story is that he said 19 years old when he might have in fact been 40.
Yeah.
And we all just thought he had like a super hard life or something like that.
That's way off. Like that's so way off. Like everyone should be like fired in immigration. Like whoever you had to come, whatever customs. Like that's way off. I know he had a hard life, but jeez.
That's like crazy because his rookie year he averaged I think like 5 blocks a game. It's crazy to be like, imagine that guy at 45. You know, like the numbers he would have put up.
But you know what makes it believable? They had a picture. I was looking at an article in the Sun. You see the Sun?
Yeah.
The Sun is playing now. I think the Sun's like 7.
Oh, his son.
Bol.
Bol.
Yeah, and
He can shoot from the outside too. He could do a lot more.
Where's he playing now? He's like 40 now. When you look at the Sun, you're like, you know what? It's believable. Sun looks crazy old.
Well, apparently people became suspicious of Manute Bol's age when he said, I'm going for my 10th colonoscopy. The Cavs would apparently consider a trade offer of Tristan Thompson for the Clippers' DeAndre Jordan. In a related story, I would entertain a trade for Anthony for Will Ferrell. I'll listen. No, that's why are they even saying this? Of course, DeAndre Jordan's a much better player, I think, than Tristan Thompson. Don't you?
I think
According to the numbers.
I think the only thing that Cleveland has to lose I think what they gain is offense, and what they potentially lose is defense. I know DeAndre. I just think that Tristan Thompson's a real defensive player, and the Cavs kind of need more defensive players. So, again, DeAndre Jordan's a star to add more star power, but like, how is this team ever going to gel? They just have. It's like an all-star team in many ways. It doesn't always guarantee a championship, like that Lakers team. You know, it's
they
like
clock out more minutes than they clock in. You can see it on the court. But I don't. That's very lopsided. Like, but that's a nice way to acquire somebody. We would entertain.
What do the Clippers gain from that?
Nothing.
Absolutely
I don't know. Well, I think you put him in Los Angeles. He's close to his wife. He feeds off that energy.
Okay,
I think
I'm with you.
I think it's good.
I think the Clippers should do it.
For the Clippers.
Yeah, I think it's good for the Clippers. I think Tristan Thompson, he'll be with Chloe all the time, and love wins. Man. I don't know. I'm just kind of rambling here. But wait, you said that you think Thompson's a better defender than DeAndre Jordan?
I think so.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I disagree. I think DeAndre.
Really?
I think what
Yeah.
you lose with DeAndre is he's a terrible free throw shooter, and having that on the floor in crunch time's a problem. But
Yeah.
I mean, DeAndre he's as good a rim protector as anyone in the league. I think he's.
Yeah. You're getting so many more block shots with DeAndre Jordan,
But
and
that's
just
it. Like,
intimidation.
defense is so much more than a block shot, though.
Sure.
that's
He
the
gives
thing.
you just the block shot.
I think
That's
Tristan
it.
Thompson spreads the court a little
Exactly.
Oh,
like
okay.
there was this thing with stats on LeBron and blocks.
Sure.
But when you look at the tape of LeBron block, most of the LeBron blocks come from the weak side.
Right.
Like, you done did 3 fakes in the air, and then he comes from this side.
Right, with that
I can do
chasing.
that.
Sure.
You know what I mean? But with straight
That's
defense,
kind of crazy talent.
like straight
That's clear.
defense. No, straight defense. You have a better defender in Thompson than you do. And DeAndre, like he can block shots.
Sure.
But on the floor, if a big man gets the ball and he's making moves and everything, he's not really shutting down another big guy. He'll block the shot if you get up there. Like you said, if he's the guard, pick and roll, come around, I can block that all day.
Sure.
It's great that our panel's like split 50-50 on this, because I think so will like the viewers. I really think that they're like, you don't know what you're talking about. And that's what I came here for. I'm happy to be hated and loved for my opinion.
A bunch of mean tweets.
Yeah. Just make them even.
We're back on People Talking Sports. So you're just talking about LeBron potentially coming here next year.
Yeah.
You think that's an option?
I do. I think that he loves, when you're a sports star, media becomes your TV, film, that becomes your movie. And I think you've done it, you've done it there, you went back home, made everybody happy again. I think he has one more move in him. And I think he's very interested in bringing it to Broadway, coming home.
You know what's interesting? My friend is very anti-LeBron coming here because it's like after the decision, he's kind of like, it's like that high school girl that rejected you.
Yeah.
We don't
now
want him
you want
anyway.
her.
I'm like in the middle. I don't hate it. I don't love it.
I love it.
I just think
I
this is
love
going to
it.
I
happen.
love LeBron and Porzingis
I
together.
refuse to believe it until it's happening, but yeah.
I mean, I don't, like I said, I'm in the middle. I'm not going to be mad if he comes here. I'm a Knicks fan. If we're going to win, we're going to win. I don't care who
Guess he
comes.
and Canner can kind of
If Elmer
squash the
Fudd
beef.
comes here and starts dunking on everybody, I'm in.
Yeah,
They'll
exactly.
squash
Win.
the beef. A mother rips Steph Curry for appearing to purposely overlook her son and not give him an autograph. This is like the song "Stand" by Eminem. You know?
Yeah.
The son waited in the blistering cold for the 4 hours, and he just, except it was like inside, but still,
Yeah. Well, if you saw the video, okay, and by the way, I actually have an interesting take because I understand what it's like to some degree sometimes when someone asks you for a picture while you're eating or is not appropriate times. It's not really your especially Steph when he's there. It's not his job to sign autographs for every kid, right? But this kid was solo. He had everyone else sign it. And if you see it, you're watching Steph see it. He's not even dressed in gear. He could have totally signed that autograph, man. Wow. Yeah, it was sad.
But I'm with you. Like, those moments come, you don't know what that person, that celebrity's going through, what's up here at that moment.
True.
I could have just walked out of the bathroom with Holyfield, and, and clearly I'm frazzled. So it's like, sign. And I walk by, and then I get the flack. But, like, I don't know, man. Steph, the 1,000 autographs you sign, the one you miss,
Yeah.
you got the mom writing the letter.
I'll say, as a celebrity similar to your caliber, I always make time for my fans. I don't like this mom, the way she talked about her son in the article that I read. She was just like, she told everybody, she goes, hey, he's just been crying and depressed. It's like, oh, I'm sure that's what you want as like a 10-year-old. Like in print, that like everybody at your school is like, hey, I heard you've been crying and you're depressed because your hero didn't sign your autograph. Like that's like
his pants. He ruined his sheets 3 nights in a row.
Yeah.
If you want to start calling him Wet Pants Willie, that's fine.
His name's not even Willie, it's Brian. It's like, start doing it though. And that was the other thing too. She goes in the article. She goes, I mean, like he didn't want to have a party like most kids. And it's like basically her being like, I mean, to do this to a nerd like that, it's just like unheard of. She really put him on blast.
Yeah, the kid really loses out of all of this.
I respect the mom for standing up for the son, but I'm also like, I love Steph Curry. He seems like a good, you're not going to convince me that he's a bad dude. He might have made a mistake. It's like, I would love if he was a bad dude.
Yeah.
It'd be entertaining if like the good guys, like if Tim Duncan just in his spare time pushed kids down escalators or something, you know? And you're like, Tim Duncan? But no, I think Steph's a good dude. As you said, it's the one that you miss.
You do 1,000 times. You just can't call it, man. Like, you know how many times you're somewhere and you get in that room with that other celebrity and maybe 10 years ago they did it to you and you bring it up, hey man, one time, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, and to them it's a blip. Like, I don't even remember being there.
Yeah.
So it was nothing personal. So even if he did, like you said, it could have been an opportunity where he could have easily signed it. He just for whatever his brains or something else.
Yeah.
And he keeps going.
No,
once they come out the uniform.
Also, once he starts signing one, then that could becomes a kind of a meet and greet at Disney World kind of a situation.
Right.
So it's like, I don't want to even go there. Like, no autographs in this moment.
There should be a rule anyway. You catch me out of uniform.
You should have to tell me how sick you are. And then I'll sign based on that. You know what I mean?
That's a great note to end the show on. Thank you so much for watching People Talking Sports. Talent, Skylar, thank you so much for coming by. DeVito, as always. And keep watching. Oh, and by the way, Comedy Central special, December 11th, Roulette in Brooklyn. Go to theblacklistnyc.com for tickets. Thank you for watching.